So my name is Mayara. I'm from the website called Big Rock and Roll. So we are always talking about rock and heavy metal and things like that. We talk about concerts too, about Brazil and all of the world. And it's a pleasure to be here with you, Robert. Thanks for the opportunity to talk with us. If you can introduce yourself and the band, please.
Absolutely. So my name is Robert. I am the vocalist from a Swedish metal band called ADEPT. Never been to Brazil and never been to Latin America at all. Really wanted to go. It's looks like one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and I know that you have a really big music interest over there. So I wanna have a big part of it, but haven't been yet. So please continue supporting us and push our music to your friends, and hopefully we can go there soon.
And we hope that I have a question about it, but in the end, I'm going to ask you. First of all, I'm going to ask about the Blood Covenant. That is the new album. So it's been almost 10 years since your last album. So how does it feel to be back?
I mean, the first two feelings that comes in mind is I'm super nervous and I'm also very excited. So it's a combination of the both of them, because I mean, being away from like releasing music for 10 years, and I mean, we didn't, before this summer we didn't have like a show for 6 years. So it's nervous in the sense of, will people find us relevant, will they enjoy the music, or do they think that we're like old farts and like, we'll listen to new stuff, this isn't. So it's kind of nervous. But I mean, when we released the first single, Heaven, you could see that a lot of people wrote a lot to us, like, oh, we grew up listening to you, you were a big part of my childhood. And then you get all like excited and you get like warm in your heart, and a lot of the nervosity goes away. So yeah.
And today we have on YouTube, right? And at midnight we are going to listen all the album.
Yeah, so yeah, just released a single, a music video for Blood Covenant, which is the
Yeah.
title track for the album. So yeah, at midnight we will release the album for the first time in 9 years.
And
Excited.
what inspired the name of the album?
It actually comes from, I mean, we grew up in a really small town, so we were five, best friends that just wanted to do something different than all the other, kids in that city did. So we just wanted to have like a band, and we just wanted to write music. So I think that we made a pact. We were blood brothers, we were best friends, and we said, let's take over the world with music. I mean, neither of us had ever like played drums, played guitar. I never sang before, so we just started from scratch, and we said, we're gonna take over the world. We're gonna travel all the world. We're gonna never quit the band, but we did. We did quit the band, and this is almost like a comeback, mostly for ourselves. So we called the album Blood Covenant, just to make that circle almost full. The circle on the album cover isn't full, it's almost full, and I think that also represents that we're not really finished yet. So I think it's like a resurrection for that promise that we did 21 years ago.
And talking about it, so was it difficult to return to the studio to record like after so many years? You are like blood brothers, but I think that it has like hard times, right?
I mean, the logistic was a nightmare because everyone like has kids, so it's like, I can't be there that day, and I have to pick up my daughter on that day, and we have to play the drums on that day, because so it wasn't like when you were 20 years old and you could live in the studio and just breathe the music. Now we had to like be there one at a time, sometimes we were two at a time, just to make the logistics work. And to perform again was also very difficult. I mean, I haven't recorded anything in 9 years. I hadn't screamed in like 6 years. So it was like, I mean, it took a couple of hours, but it's like a muscle that you could remember quite quickly. But the first couple of takes, I'm glad we didn't use those. It was awful.
And and talking about the lyrics and about the emotions your songs they have, like strong emotions and energy. Which track from the album means the most to you? Like if you pick just one song from this new album.
um I would say, I mean, that for me, the answer would be Heaven, just because it's the first song that we released, and it's just one of those songs that if you listen to ADEPT, you will find the sound directly when you hear it, and it's also one of those kind of intros that I grew up listening to. I really had that what it is to burn kind of moment with Finch. So I really wanted to have that post-hardcore intro, like scream my lungs out from the intro, and so I really enjoyed that. And also, I could touch a kind of a sensitive, lyrically approach on that, um, given a tougher, growing up in school for me. So I could reflect on that. I wanted to talk to my younger self and say, like, you know, I'm sorry, that I wasn't stronger when I was when I was young, but everything will turn out when you get, older. So it's a sensitive song, it's a personal song, and honestly, I think it's one of the better songs on the album.
And talking about to play live these songs, so you've played big festivals and this year too. So how was the feeling of performing alive?
Oh, it was so nervous. I gotta be honest. It was like it was tough. It was. I mean, I remember we played Heaven for the first time. We barely like rehearsed it. We were like, it was very very nervous. It was a lot of people. We had a lot of fire, a lot of other like pyro things going on. I wasn't really sure where I could stand, where I couldn't stand. Will I get burned by the fire? Or, I mean, so a lot of nervosity comes into it. But as soon as like you come in like 20 seconds into the set, then it feels like home. And we said also to the guys in the band, because we never know how long this is gonna last. So whenever we go up on stage, have a smile on your face. Whenever you go off the stage, have a smile on your face. It might not have been the best show, but enjoy it and have a smile and celebrate, because you're doing something a lot of people aren't able to do. So we just want to embrace it and have the most fun that we can do while the time we're here.
And about it, so you have like more than 20 years of the band. So what can fans can expect from your 20-year anniversary tour?
So given that it is both the 20 years anniversary, and also we just released a new album, so I mean, I think most people can figure out it's going to be a mixture of both. We have some gem up our sleeves. We have some surprises, but it's going to be, of course, focus a lot of the both of the specters of our life circle. It's going to be very old songs and a lot of new songs from Blood Covenant.
And I'm always asking a question that it's like a challenge, because when we talk about set list and about all the songs that the band has, do you have one song that you are going to put on set list always, like in the anniversary tour or others tour? Do you have just one song that if you can pick, you're going to choose that song to put in all the concerts?
um I mean, we always use At Least Give Me My Dreams Back. It's just one of those songs that meant a lot to us, at least here in Sweden when we grow up. I mean, we recorded that song 20 years ago, so 2005. We put it on the 2006 EP, The Rose Will Decay, and then we did a different version for the first album called Another Year of Disaster. But that song has been with us for so long, and it was like the first song that gave us some type of recognition, so it means a lot. But it's like that song is so long, and it's hard to perform live because it's so many different parts everywhere. um but I love it. It's just it's like a family member almost. You just have to have it there. But if I can choose like a song that I more enjoy to perform, I would say Secrets. It has also a special place in my heart. It was one of the first songs that we wrote with our new guitarist. Well, he isn't that new anymore. He's been in the band for like 16 years or something, but he wasn't there from the start. So that was one of the first songs that he wrote together with me and the rest of the band, and that also gave us quite some recognition.
And in the beginning of this interview, you said about Brazil. And I saw the dates from the new tour. So do you have plans to play in South America soon? Or is just like a desire to play here in Brazil?
No, there's definitely plans for it. I mean, I would almost promise that we won't call it a quit before we've done a proper, show in Brazil or, Latin America, North America. We need to tour before we call it a quit. So I want to see all these beautiful places, and I know that there's in the talks. We don't have anything set yet, but finally we have like promoters and we have bookers that are working, agents that are working on these territories. We didn't have that before, and probably that's why we didn't go over there and play. But times are changing, I guess.
And now I have two questions, like the normal ones for this interview. And then to finish, I have the questions for a quick answer round of questions. But
Mhm.
first of all, I'm going to ask just what message do you hope that fans they are going to feel when they listen the album at midnight? What message or what feeling do you expect?
Um, I think it depends a little bit how long you've been listening to our band. If you've been a long time listener, I think that you will feel an essence of old school memories. Maybe, hopefully, we can bring you back, a couple of 10, 15 years, and they can reminisce who they were and where they were on that time. But I mean, for new fans, I would say that it's a fresh metal album with a lot of emotional lyrics, a lot of atmospheric parts. It's heavy, but it's not the heaviest metal album you will hear. It's more like a collective of different kind of themes. You have the heavy riffs, you have the kind of acid dying metalcore guitars, but you also have the poppy choruses, you have the poppy guitar riffs, you have a little bit of a mainstream feeling in the song "You." So I think there's like a big mixture. But I mean, hopefully they will feel that everything that we have done from the first album to this album, but especially this, if we're talking about Blood Covenant, is that it comes from heart. So it's all about passion, and it's about us having the chance to give something back to all those people who wanted us to be a band again. I've seen a lot of message like, oh, we miss you, we need you to put out new music, and now we did, and hopefully they liked it.
I have a friend that he is so fan, like he listened ADEPT for years.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was talking about it and I listened the album and I have a favorite song.
Oh
Let me
yeah.
just put here. Yeah. And I saw the video on YouTube today and it's really amazing. But my favorite one is Time is a Destroyer.
Oh yeah. Oh,
For me,
that's
this
nice.
is,
That's
I
nice.
love it, this one.
That song comes a little bit from a theme that we had on Another Year of Disaster. It's called The Ballad of Planet Earth. It was also a very short kind of ballad ish, but then it goes into those harsh vocals and a lot of emotions. And I think this is almost like a part two of that. And we wanted to have one of those songs because, one, you can use that in a live set to, like, if you have a couple of very heavy songs in a row, you can just break that down with that type of song. And yeah, I think it's a emotionally beautiful kind of song.
Yes, and now to finish, we have a quick quiz. So it's just
All
to be fun and just so people know more about you right now, not about the band.
right.
But
Shoot.
I'm going to ask some questions with two options, and you have to choose just one. Okay.
Okay.
So, coffee or beer?
Beer.
Morning or night person?
Night person.
Favorite rock and roll band? Just
Biffy
one. This
Clyro.
is a hard one.
Biffy Clyro.
First album you ever bought in your life?
Michael Jackson. Was it Thriller? Maybe.
Really, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So nice. Um, a favorite city to play live
Um, Another Year of Disaster.
and favorite food on tour.
Oh God, I'm so fat. Pizza.
Screams or clean vocals? What's more fun to perform?
Screams. I can't do cleans. It's horrible. I don't know why they chose me to do the cleans. Most bands have like guitarists. Okay, screams.
And heaviest song you ever made?
Oh, do we really have heavy songs? I don't know. I think Filthy Tongue on the new album is pretty heavy. I would say that one.
And if ADEPT were not a band, what would you be doing?
I have an exam in journalism, so I probably would be like a reporter for some magazine or something. Yeah.
But you have journalism like in your you did this in your university or things like that?
Yeah. In university. Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah.
And one word to describe a live ADEPT show.
Party. It's a
So
lot of
that's
beer.
it.
A lot of beer on stage. A lot of beer in the audience. So yeah, party.
So you have to come to Brazil because
Yeah.
it
Okay.
will be a big party.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And thank you, Robert. That's it. So we are from the Big Rock and Roll.